It is day 4 of my spring break trip to New York City, and today I'm excited to be going down to Coney Island for the very first time. Let's talk about how to get there. It's the inlet line all the way down. It's going to take about an hour to get to Coney Island. That's sort of the drawback to wanting to go there when you're staying at Midtown Manhattan, but this train is a straight shot, so it shouldn't be that hard. I'm going to try to get down there just a few minutes before 10, so I'll be getting off the train just in time for Nathan's Hot Dogs to open at 10 o'clock. That's the hot dog place that hosts the yearly hot dog eating contest that Joey Chestnut just clobbers every year. So I'm going to run in there, grab a hot dog, say you done it, in the classic location, because Nathan's is available nationwide, but this is the original location, so that has sort of a historical value. Pretty good snap on that thing. Now, Coney Island is down in South Brooklyn. It is an entertainment area on a boardwalk near the beach. And it's been in varying modes of operation for more than 100 years. There's a couple of attractions there that are about 100 years old. The Wonder Wheel, which has a ride system that is similar to what they've got for the Pixar Pal Around at Disney's California Adventure. That's one of the ones that's about 100 years old. The other one is a famous roller coaster called the Cyclone. It's supposed to be a wonderful wooden roller coaster, classic. My mother actually rode it back in the 1960s. That'll be fun. These are not this sort of amusement parks that we're used to. There's very little in the way of grass or trees or theming. These are not Disney parks. These are not Busch Gardens.
You see this big tower here on the left? People used to jump off of that wearing parachutes. That was an actual attraction. They charged people, gave them a parachute, and they would jump off of this tower. That does not sound like something they would do now. Obviously, they're not doing it anymore. And the tower is just standing there sort of just as a monument to Coney Island's earlier years.
Now, also a thing to keep in mind about Coney Island is that it's not one amusement park, it's 2. So you have to pay for certain rides separately from other rides. It's also a little confusing because one of the parks is bisected by the other one. So if you keep just going this way, then now you're not in the same park anymore. You have to, I think you have to exit it and go around and go over here, because if you try to ride a ride here that you haven't paid for, then you won't be able to ride that ride. Now, unfortunately, those 200-year-old rides are in different parks. So the Wonder Wheel attraction is in this park, and the Cyclone is over here. It's not going to be cheap, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing at this point. So, we're going to go ahead and swallow hard and pay what it costs to enjoy Coney Island. I'm not really a beach guy. I enjoy looking at the beach, so I'll get the opportunity to go down there and look at the beach. That'll be cool.
Now, swimming is only allowed here at Coney Island Beach when there are lifeguards on duty, which is not always the case. Like right now. You see they got the no swimming flag out. But it's still a nice place to hang out. The seagulls think so.
I'll enjoy walking the boardwalk. One of the parks, Luna Park, opens at 11, so I can start with some of the attractions there. Dino's Wonder Wheel Park opens at noon. Come along with me, won't you? So, the day has gotten started. The Luna Park is open. I bought the platinum all-day wristband thingy that gets into everything as much as you want, except for 3 things. One of them being the Cyclone. It gives you 1 ride on the Cyclone. I guess that's, one of their more popular and famous rides, so that makes a certain amount of sense. I've ridden 2 things so far. The steeplechase, which is a sitting upright coaster. You're sitting on a horse. And that thing zips you around pretty fast. That's pretty intense. It leans over. A lot of fun. And then I did a suspended spinner called Endeavor. Your feet hang and it spins you in a circle, and then it gradually turns you sideways to where you're going head over feet like that. And in the middle section you get good views of the beach back here. It took a couple of tries for them to get that thing running. I don't know if one of the lap bars wasn't snapped in correctly, but it took them several minutes to get that running. But once it ran, it was a lot of fun. Me and one little kid rode it, just the 2 of us. So we'll see what I can do now. Literally, like the moment after I bought my wristband, I started feeling raindrops. It's not supposed to rain today, so knock on wood. Let's see what's next.
Okay, that was Tony's Express, and that's a wonderful little moderate coaster, perfect for kids who are just taking those little steps up and how intense they want their rides. Little kid, rode on it, not with me, but he and his dad a few cars back. They had a great time. They ran it twice for us, so went through it once. And as we were coming through, the guy running the ride showed me one of these. We went through a second time. So that was really cool. One of the best things about it is at the top of the big hill, you can see down into the minor league baseball stadium. It's the minor league team for the Mets here, the Cyclones. So that was really cool. That was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Worth the ride. I mean, you know, paid for the whole thing. Ride it. It's a good ride. It's a good ride. And on we go. I just rode Soarin' Eagle, which is the first time I've ridden one of those lay-down coasters where you lay on your belly and fly around and it flips you upside down. And honestly, because I didn't look and see how it worked beforehand, I was not convinced that I was fully strapped in, but I was holding on with my toes. But I went and looked and saw how it worked afterwards, and I was like, oh, okay, that's why I didn't feel it, you know, because I was waiting to feel the thing against my back, but that's not what it was going to do. But it's fine, it's fine. It was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. Okay, see, here's what I'm talking about. See, this is the Wonder Wheel, Dino's Wonder Wheel Park. And see how there's this black fencing right here? And there's fence across the front right there. Okay, that'll show you that's a separate park with separate entrance fee for Dino's Wonder Wheel Park. Okay, but back here, see there's Steeplechase right there? That's in Luna Park. I've already ridden Steeplechase. That was my first ride of the day. And then there's the Wonder Wheel. Okay, but down there, see those pinwheel signs down there? That's more Luna Park. That's down where you can see the top of the Cyclone. That's more Luna Park and the Wonder Wheel Park here in between. So just you have to keep that in mind. Two different parks. Okay, I like swings, but that's just a little bit too much. I know they've got swings here someplace, the kind that I really like. This is not it. This is the Luna 360. Okay, so this thing here, this thing is just a little bit evil. It swings and it swings and it swings and then it goes upside down. Multiple times it goes upside down, way up there. I'm glad I did it. I'm not doing it again. Oh, what is this thing even called?
Looks good. Let's do it. Yeah, let's keep it. I don't think it's bad. It looks totally good. It doesn't.
And now I'm taking full advantage of the ever popular bench ride for when you need to come down from riding that Luna 360 thing. It's a nice bench. See, it's green. It's green and it fully supports your weight. Heading to the Cyclone, right across the street here. It's a lot of fun. The Cyclone is no joke. But I will tell you, I am a 55-year-old man, so I've got a little bit of a punch. Okay, but I am not what anyone would call hefty. Okay? I have never once had any trouble fitting into any amusement park, theme park ride. No trouble whatsoever. Today, it was by the breadth of a hair that I fit on this ride. This 100-year-old coaster. And I mean, they had to try 3 different seats for me. So it's something to consider. If you are what people would consider a little bit hefty, you might not get to ride. That's not a warning I had heard before. I probably wouldn't have thought a second time about it because, again, I've never had trouble before. Whew. I mean, I fit by about an inch. I'm not kidding. But if you got a chance, you should come ride the Cyclone. The Cyclone is a really fun coaster. This is a great coaster. This is a big part of what I came for. I'm so glad I got to do it. Okay, I ended up spending a good amount of time in Luna Park, and I can still go back for a couple of re-rides, but I've decided only to come in and do the Wonder Wheel. It would be nice to do a couple of the other rides here, but I'm just gonna stick with the Wonder Wheel. That's the historic one, so I got the card, and that's gonna be it for me in this park. Okay, I enjoyed the Wonder Wheel. Not just for its historic qualities, but also because I like that kind of swinging car, Ferris wheel style. I like the sliding, I like the sliding cars. And I had a FaceTime visit with 3 of my friends, one of whom is at Epic Universe today. So we had sort of bookend amusement park experiences on the same day, and I got a FaceTime conversation while I was on Wonder Wheel and while she was having lunch at one of the restaurants there at Epic Universe. So that was a fun thing to share with friends, and a fun thing to share with you guys is my experience here today at Coney Island. I can see why it's popular. It's a little bit on the expensive side, so it's not something I can imagine that I would do on a regular basis if I lived here. But should you come once, abso-freaking-lutely, you should come at least once in your lifetime. It's that kind of fun. It's that kind of iconic. 100%.